There we are. I knew we were live and I started talking and I forgot to click the magical mystery button. Anyway, so how is everyone this Monday night? If you have been one of the people out on the streets driving like a fool, you should be ashamed of yourself, man. Good God. Went out just for a quick errand to do the usual dog food, cat food run because they eat a lot. And if you've seen their pictures, you know this is true. Anyway, just be careful out there, guys and gals, boys and squirrels, all you everybody's. There's no reason to be in this much of a hurry, for real. Walmart doesn't close until 11. So, yeah, because when I went over there, gosh, I don't even know, it was close to 6 or around that. Anyway, there was a wreck in the front part of the parking lot, and that nobody was hurt from what I could tell, but the cars, they didn't do well. But anyway, slow down. It's not that big a deal, I promise. Let's see here. There I am. I'm live right there. I know nobody was expecting this, but I had to do this tonight because I wanted to give out a big shout out of thank you and appreciation for everyone who's participating in the free promo for Toys or Totems that you can get the ebook for free right now on Amazon for the Kindle, or you don't have to have the Kindle. And apparently, now I haven't tried this feature myself, but you can actually even download the PDF once you do this thing. So, and again, the goal here is I want people to read the book because, again, it helped me. That's why I wrote it and shared it with the world. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, I'm going to be doing some linking and stuff here in the comments. If anybody pops in the chat, I'd love to talk with you. Let's see here. Maybe I can shake the sugar tree a little bit. I don't know. Let's see. What do I want to do here? Do I want to share it? Where do I want to share it? That's the thing. It's like I don't like being rude and sharing to groups that I didn't, ask permission for. And I didn't ask anybody permission. But you can share wherever you want, especially if it's your group. Anyway, let's see. Where are we? We're about 14 minutes away from 8 on a Monday night. I don't know if anyone's going to show up. But if you're watching the replay later, I want to say personally thank you very much for everyone who has been participating in the free promo, sharing it, and getting it out. Now crack that thing open or swipe it open on your digital device and read it. I'm telling you, it'll make for a great thing. And if you leave a review, I would truly, truly, truly appreciate that. Because again, let me come over here. All right, now when we come over and we look, I'm just tickled to death. Now we'll go back over here. Now this was yesterday or this morning. This was this morning. So I am like totally thrilled with these numbers. Again, I'm not chasing numbers per se, but it's nice to see them, right? So like as of this morning when I got up and I clicked, and after the first day of the promotion, seeing that fourth number 4,633 free in the Kindle store. Well, here's the kicker, kids, that makes me very proud of that number is, and your participation is the key point. Because there's like 5-6 million titles on there, and so to be up there at that 4,000 mark, I'll take that. So but to be number 3 in happiness, that's great. I'm glad that they categorized me like that. Then also number 3 in creativity, self-help. That's the root and the point that goes beyond just the toys topic, right? And then also self-esteem and self-help. This is a big one, ladies and gentlemen, because really and truly, if nothing else, by the time I shift gears and get out of the mortal plane of this planet and this existence, everything that I could do to promote those 3 things right there, I am super duper happy with, man. So happiness, creativity, self-help, and self-esteem, self-help. Yeah, that's awesome. So what else we got here? This was just a fun promo pic I put together for the video, if you saw that, where I put it into the Knock Knock app to animate and have them all waving. And then it was funny with like the little present down here. It kind of like took the purple cow and the present, and I don't know where this little gingerbread tree went. I don't think I want to know, but it like morphed it into something. But this was tonight, and no, wait, that's the first one. Where's the other one? You're just bouncing back and forth. Okay, let me go back to the other one. Where's it? Oh, I had the 2. Okay. This one. I checked this one this evening, and I was just wonderfully thrilled. As you can see, jumped up to the number 4,025th spot. That's a 600-point jump. I am so happy about that. And again, thanks to you. Then number 2 in creativity, self-help. So I got a little bump there. Number 5 in happiness. Oh, that's where I took a little dip down. Okay, well, I got to get that. I'm still happy about it. And then bumped up to number 9 in self-esteem and self-help. And again, numbers are what they are. They're just numbers, right? How much do they matter? I don't really know, but it looks good and it feels pretty damn good to see that at the end of the day, that what's happening here is if I can show you anything, number one, you got a book in you somewhere. Whether you share it on the world stage or you just have it as a diary, a journal, a notebook that you can leave for future generations of a little slice of who you really are for them in future land, the real future land, whenever that comes. I want to do that. And then to encourage you to know that first make a decision to do something, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be a book, but make a decision to do something, and then plug in persistence, and don't look back. And you stay consistent and dedicated, you can absolutely, positively, 1000% make things happen. Period. And now, by golly, boom, the numbers are there. Now, again, numbers can always be twisted, flipped, and everything else. But the most important thing is to do it. You've got nothing to lose. Nothing to lose and everything to gain. And again, and this doesn't mean you take away from your normal day job and have delusions of grandeur or anything. I don't either. That's why I've got a service that I offer, to which I'm going to come in here, kind of talk a little bit about that too, because all of this, because I've been working on this book for a very long time, and it's really grown in its scope of where it started and where it is now, right? And this evergreen content engine. Now, this is the service that I actually offer. Um, it's intended for like a business to business thing, but at this particular moment in time, I'm leaning into helping the candidates who are running for office in Boone County and soon the state. But I'm offering this service because I realize that people don't know how to do this stuff. And I took that for granted for too long. I figure if I know how to do it, you should know how to do it, or at least you can learn how to do it. But then I've learned that that's not always the case, right? So, and throughout my career, and like 35 years, man, um, my happiest moments, my most fulfilling moments come when I've been able to help someone see their idea come to life. And with the skill stack that I have, that term, it's great for me to be able to do. And so now I'm just going to the next level with it because again, this is going to be available first part of 2026, and it's going to be as comprehensive as I can make it. Not, but here's the thing: I want to keep the language in it is going to remain very simple and straightforward. And the best part for anyone who's ever we've ever chatted, the long stories won't be there. I'm going to keep them tight and concise because I can totally go squirrel rabbit hole type stuff. And yeah, it's like that. But anyway, that is coming in 2026. And I'll probably do like some online course versions of it, like I've been talking about it. But I wanted that cohesive book once again because a book, that physical, is so awesome that I do hope once you take a read and give it a shot when it comes to the ebook, which again is free through Christmas, free through Christmas. Um, that you may very well be encouraged to pick up a copy of the paperback because again, this one's like my road copy, and so it's a little beat up, but that's okay because it's been fun. But anyway, it's like I want you to be able to highlight things and take notes, and then when we get into like the appendixes here or appendices here, that you've got the journal pages, which you can always just like if you've got the ebook, you can always just jot things down on a piece of paper beside you. But I really like encouraging this stuff because prompting for like writing or whatever, you something to kick the idea off, I have found to be like a very wonderful, powerful tool in getting the brain matter to do what brain matter does. And so, yeah. But now, again, I am pretty sure, pretty positive that there's not a lot anybody watching right now. I don't expect it. I'm not that foolish. But I do hope you will consider doing that. Let's see. Let me find that link because I'm going to drop it in the comments. So because I want again, I've got a goal, a simple goal of doing, let me share. Let's see. Copy the link. Um, I want to get it into or in front of the eyeballs and into the brains of 11,000 people, right? And again, this promo helps in that process a lot. Where am I at? This is me now. This is me. I found the live me. And I'm going to put that there in the comments because I really do hope you'll check it out, give it a go, or send it to someone you, if you, seriously, it's, you see, it's a little book, and it's a little book for a reason. The next book, not so much. It's going to be a little bit more comprehensive. But this one here, I wanted it short, sweet, and to the point by design. Because, number one, to get to the point, it was easy to do so, short, sweet, and to the point. And I'm very, very happy with that. It was funny. I just kind of flipped over. And now while we're sitting here, didn't I just have that? Oh, sorry for the slapping in your ear there on the microphone. I had my little cheater readers right here. And anyway, this is just going to be kind of a short thing I'm doing tonight just because I wanted to. And, okay. So, all right. I wanted to read to you. This is like the towards the very end of the book. And this is like very fitting for the Christmas season, really and truly. Encouraging the totem spark. And this is why I want you to get the free book. But when I first met my wife's family nearly 20 years ago, 17 actually, one of the things that I was quick to expose was my action figure thing. And by that I mean, you know, my thing. Anyway, it actually worked out very well, as my mother-in-law to be told me how much she loved Cupid dolls. This led to a bit of an obsession for years, but it still broke the ice and began the bond that has lasted all of these years. Since that initial meeting, the family has adopted, at my suggestion of course, a tradition of making sure that everyone gets a toy at Christmas no matter their age. It's always fun, and in most cases the gifts are thoughtful and based in connection for the recipient. So, these aren't white elephant gifts. These are toys picked with love, care, research, and intention. Perhaps they're part of the secret to a long and happy marriage and family relationship. I like to think so. And so anyway, it's little things like that, little stories that you'll find in the book. I think maybe I got some things I have to do around the house with Alicia because I said I would, and so I'm going to do that. But I may wind up, I'm going to try something and do a more long form read over on my TikTok page, which I'm not going to put that link in there because I know they get all funky about it over at the Facebook land. But anyway, and again, this whole live stream was all about simply saying thank you to everyone who has taken the time to spread the word on the book, either purchase the book themselves or partaken in one of the other promos I've done, and specifically this one, which is truly my Merry Christmas to every single one of you out there, and I hope you'll give the book a go. Seriously, you got nothing to lose right now, especially. And it wouldn't hurt you to kind of get back in that habit of reading. I know I'm preachy, but guess what? I needed to be, because we've all got to do it. Seriously, we've all gotten so acclimated to the only reading we do is by way of a social media stream and scroll and whatnot. Do yourself a favor. Yeah, it's like whether it's this book, my book, or anybody else's book, or one of your favorites from your childhood when you were forced to read. Reread it. See how it hits now. I know me. And I again, like I said, I read a lot. I really do. I also really, really like audiobooks, which I promise I will do the audiobooks soon. I keep getting folks saying, man, I don't read, but I love the audiobook. And still, I want the message out, even though I really want you to read. I've got to get the audiobook if I can and get it out there because, again, it's like the message is important to me. And I think it'll be important to those who partake. So far, the feedback's been really good. I'm going to do a little quick look because, again, I've been really going a little kooky crazy tonight because I'm thrilled. I'm legitimately thrilled. And boom. All right, another one was downloaded. I see that now in the backstage area. But we'll share that info later, another time. But right now, nah. I'm going to share all of these things with you as we go because, again, if you are an aspiring author or you've already done it, but now you're transitioning into this new world, I do not know the way. I do not have the way to make anything work. because everything changes. However, I do have a system that is working for me, and I will share that with you every step of the way. And speaking of which, in this bump that's happened with this free promo, don't let don't lean on the idea of it being free. What's working. It doesn't hurt, of course. However, that's not the main thing, because I've done free book promos with this over the past few months, and quite frankly, they were like DOA, and they just didn't move the needle. But this time, though, and I think I can lean a bit on more of the consistent things that I'm doing when it comes like doing the morning coffee talk at 8 a.m., which you should always join us because we do it every day. And who doesn't want to start the day with coffee? But to come in here, I want to share the tips, right? Because we got to look out for each other. I'm still a firm believer in that. If we do not look out for one another, ain't nobody else going to do it. So, anyway, that said, in this push, now I have blanketed all the socials that I have, which I don't have a lot that I actually actively use. There's this Facebook platform, the YouTube platform where I'm simulcasting the stream. Um, but I don't engage over there nearly enough. I'm working on that. Then, of course, there is X, and then there is TikTok. So using those, and that's it. Yeah. So those four right there, and then my own personal blog, I do put notes out, but that's a little different, you know. But I am okay. So there's those five that I've got as far as like my marketing and promotion arms, and the bad thing right now when it comes to like tracking where things are coming from, Amazon isn't the most revealing in that. And or but you know what? I don't care. Long as I see the numbers keep cooking, I'm happy, happy, happy. And I do hope you'll take me up on this free offer. Again, it's my Merry Christmas to you all. Not coming from any point other than to say you got something inside of you that I hope to shake loose and shake the dust off of, or the mountain of mud, whatever it may be, because we've transitioned into a very lonely society. We don't connect out there in the real world like we used to, and I want to do more. I would love to go back to doing live event things. Even a simple karaoke night can truly make for great things and relationships and laughs and fun and all this other stuff. And I would like to move back into that, doing more of that stuff in 2026, and we can do it. Because one of the things that's always been important to me is if I create an event for people to participate in, I'm doing it from a place that, and this is bad for business, as far as business goes. I like being able to have people do things without it breaking the bank, period. For instance, we can go way back in time to 2009 when I did Ozark Idols. And again, quite frankly, I didn't make a dime off that. And it was a huge success for television viewership, for the early engagement on social media, because that was still like, it was 2009, so it was still like really early in the game and all this. Um, but I didn't care. I know at the coffee shop, Uncommon Grounds, they did very well because why? You guys here in the local area were all about showing me what you had, man. And the singers, the handful of players that came out and participated, everybody had a great time. And it was standing room only every single Thursday night for 8 weeks. And it was a lot of fun. And again, it did good. It was good for the coffee shop. And that's all I wanted to see. I wanted to see everybody have fun, let the coffee shop make some cash, and I got to make a fun experience for folks. And I'd like to bring something back because, like when I did Ozark Idols 2 and 3, did not work out so well, and I learned some very valuable lessons. Because if you weren't there and you don't recall, when it came to Ozark Idols 1, I it was just the only thing you got out of the opportunity was to shine, and then if you were one of the ones, which I wound up choosing the top 25 by way of votes, but the top 25 votes from the public, I didn't have judges, but that top 25 got to perform in one big night at the Lyric Theater at downtown Harrison, um, and it was fantastic. It was a great show. 25 people giving it all they got on the stage that they wouldn't normally have had an opportunity to do. And again, I did that one solely for the sake of doing it. And that night was very successful for the lyric with the door and the concessions, and it was good. But moving into the future, I thought I'd be smarter and add things to the whole thing, and that was really stupid on my part. You live, you learn, and that's how we grow. And so I learned a lot during all that with 2 and 3. But anyway, I digress. 5 minutes into the 8 p.m. hour versus the 8 a.m. hour, where we have coffee every morning, every day of the week. Lord willing, and the creeks don't rise, and even including Christmas Day, I have every intention of being here for that. I know, right? But here's another one of those things. If you're doing a thing, whatever the thing is, especially in this space right here, and you're like, okay, in radio, I never minded working the holidays. I was all about it because for me, it always made sense to be on the air because that's when people were listening. And isn't that what you want? You know, it made sense to me. And so I always did it, and I still continue to do it. Well, I'm continuing now for sure. Yeah. But anyway, I just really wanted to stop and pause on the day. It's been a great day, been a big thing. Was it today? I guess it was today. We picked up another virtual stunt video from a fellow running for State Representative District 6. Nice guy. Hunter, what is your last name, Hunter? Not to be rude. Let me come over and look. Hunter Rivet. I just wanted to make sure I said it right. But yeah, Hunter Rivet is running for State Representative District 6, which in Boone County you may not think about because it's just a smaller part because there was some redistricting that happened back in 2022. So now Boone County actually has 2 representatives in the State House because of that District 5 and District 6 classifications here. So learn, live and learn, right? So, but we will definitely be continuing to grow. If you are a candidate and you're watching this, you're just like, what's Jim doing now? Check your email. I sent out an email to make sure we get everybody tied up on that. The virtual stump is free to the viewer, free to the participants, and will always be that way because I firmly believe an informed community is a connected community, and we need all the information and such that we can possibly get. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So anyway, I look forward to the morning report to see how tonight's push, because once again, I hit all the platforms again, the X, the TikTok, here on the Facebook, on the YouTube, all of them, and see how it's going. And so, again, as I go, I'll share those tips and tricks with you that hopefully they can help you achieve your goals and what you're doing. And again, I'm looking forward to bringing you guys the Evergreen Content Engine book that's going to be coming very, very soon, and the course and everything else that's involved in it. Because I'd love to, if in a perfect world, and if I were one to win that Powerball $1.6 billion, I'd still do this exact same thing. Nothing would change. The only thing that would change is I wouldn't have to worry about the light bill ever again. Ever. And the people in my circle, that's the same. Maybe you want to get my circle. I'm just saying, I'm not bribing you. I'm just saying that's just how I operate. And anyway, but don't forget, the book is free. The ebook version through Christmas, all the way up until everybody's nice and cozy in all their new pajamas and fun gifts and stuff around them. And hopefully the toys that are going to represent more about who they are. And it doesn't have to be an action figure, kids. Anyway, let me close this thing out. I just want to say thank you again. And I truly appreciate everyone who is sharing the posts and sharing the links. And definitely the ones who are taking the time to download and read the book. And then leave a review. That's it. That's all I'm asking for. Easy, easy, easy. I just got some kind of crazy little notification over here I better look into. So anyway, guys and gals, boys and girls, have a great night. And we'll see you in the morning.